this is what the Sierra State Parks Foundation is all about.
The Sierra State Parks Foundation focuses on serving our community through preservation, restoration, education, and advocacy.
The genesis of the Sierra State Parks Foundation started in 1968 when the building behind me became a California State Park and was being slated to be torn down. It was because of a wonderful group of local women who protested against that demolition that we're here today with the mission of providing welcoming and inclusive park experiences for all who want to come.
Well, so first off, I'm going to say that, there's a very special relationship with Sierra State Parks Foundation and California State Parks. 50 years, dang, that's like a really big deal. It wasn't that many years ago that state parks had a very challenging period of time when we didn't know if we could carry out all the things we like to do to support the public. Sierra State Parks Foundation stepped in and assisted parks with carrying out our mission to make sure that we had wonderful opportunities available for the public. Without Sierra State Parks Foundation, I don't know what we would have done those years ago. We may not have had the wonderful opportunities we currently continue with. So that's a huge deal.
I think Tahoe would look a lot different without the foundation because we not only have saved two very cool historic mansions, the Helman Erman Mansion and Vikings Home Castle, but you can just see the impact in the education programs. And so being a part of the foundation, a good chunk of our money goes towards those education programs and interpretive programs. And so I think the foundation creates experiences for people that are not only welcoming and memorable, but also are really life-altering and life-changing.
We do lots of traditional interpretive programs like campfire programs, junior ranger, guided hikes, guided kayaking tours, that kind of thing. We also do K through 12 education programs in person and virtually. I think if the Sierra State Parks Foundation didn't exist, there would be far fewer of those traditional park programs. And these experiences are so important. They're so meaningful for our visitors. Creating these moments for them, these memories that they are going to remember is ultimately what's going to foster stewardship for the future. It's what's going to protect our parks into the future. And so if the Sierra State Parks Foundation didn't exist, we would have far fewer opportunities to meaningfully connect with visitors.
Something that the foundation does really well is creating those experiences that connect folks to the parks. So we have a really robust and amazing events program that creates these unique and memorable experiences.
We provide signages on the trails that let people know not only where you are, but what you're seeing along the way. Because of us, the historic homes are open and tours are provided, and there's a constant watchdog on them to make sure that maintenance projects are being completed. We're also continue to be this amazing conduit with our community.
This is our park, and from the genesis of the foundation's work, it has always been about the public.
You can't make people care about nature if they don't have a relationship with it. So the more that we can create these welcoming experiences where people actually have a relationship with nature, then they're going to want to take care of it. They're going to feel a sense of pride and responsibility.
How do we increase and improve the quality of experience? Because that's what everybody's here for. Every single one of these places are incredibly special.
I think we're doing a really good job of making our parks feel inclusive for everybody.
I would love to see passionate, able, enthusiastic volunteers. I think the foundation would really thrive if we had a very strong volunteer base and also a really strong donorship base.
Your money goes a long way in especially the restoration work that needs to be done on a constant basis.
Even becoming a donor at the lowest tier causes such a huge ripple in our impacts for the parks.
It's amazing how much a few dollars goes a long way if you have thousands of people giving those couple dollars, And so it really, really makes a difference. It adds up.
When I think about running the Sierra State Parks Foundation and what we have, I think very much of the old American Indian saying of 7 generations. What we do today, what I'm doing today, is not for the immediate, but it's for the next 7 generations from now, because we all have that responsibility. And the Sierra State Parks Foundation very much believes in that long-term sustainability and that long-term vision.
There's several hundred people who work for California State Parks Sierra District, and none of them have the longevity or the personal passion over decades that many of the folks who are part of Sierra State Parks Foundation do.
Stability is the first word that comes to mind. My history with parks goes back to 1945 when we came camping at Bliss State Park. I think with the parks, the staff, the rangers come and go, but the stability of the State Park Foundation is consistency, wanting to preserve and keep up especially the houses. The people that seem to be with the foundation are happy people. They are there because they want to be. They are excited about the parks. They are enthusiastic about supporting the parks.
How do we tap into that? Because the foundation exists. And so this is where I get to lean forward and say, so Sierra State Parks Foundation, my hat is off to you. Thank you.
I welcome you and invite you to come be part of Team SSPF. Your passion is what we need. Volunteer, check out our website. I invite you to bring your passion and your dollars to help us continue our great work for the next 50 years. Together, we'll make our parks accessible and welcoming for all.